Hi guys, and welcome back to the Blinded by Glory Fitness YouTube channel. This is just a weekly update. For those of you who saw the last video, I'm not on prep anymore. Health and stuff came up and that obviously took precedence over the prep. So I'm just giving you a weekly update, basically how, I guess, my reverse diet's going, how training's going, how pain's been since coming off prep a little over a week ago now. Basically, we'll start off, reverse diet, I'm not increasing the calories from where I was. I'm actually trying to stay a little bit lighter. I was around 224 when I came off prep. I would think it was 225, 225.5 this morning. The reason for that is here within the coming months, it looks like I'm gonna have to have a surgical procedure, and I don't wanna be super heavy going into that. And it seems that as I gain weight, the flare-ups get worse from my disease because my legs rub. So if you've watched any of the previous videos, friction can be like a very big trigger for a flare-up of the hydrantis suppurativa. So trying to stay around 225 is healthier for me, better for surgical options, and honestly, with only having a weight limit of 205 on stage, I shouldn't be going back up to 240, 245 anyway. It's just a very drastic drop. So as far as calories go, they're very similar to what they were on prep. I'm just not doing the cardio I was, because that, again, the rub and the friction was irritating everything. Training's been great, it's been really intense. You know, the pain and the inflammation's gone down from a couple weeks ago, so I'm back to myself. And what I explained to everyone is, yeah, I'm in pretty constant pain. You know, it's pretty much all day long whenever I'm trying to move around, except when I'm laying still. But in the gym, it takes away from it. You know, I'm so concentrated on my workout and getting a good workout in that I just don't think about it. And yeah, there's movements that sometimes I can't do, or I'm like, ow, that hurts, but it's not constant like it is kind of through the rest of the day. So workouts have been great, and honestly, I was joking yesterday, I just wish I could spend all day in the gym. So that's good, that's positive. As far as what's next, we're waiting on health insurance to make sure that I can actually cover the surgery. As soon as that's in place, which I'm hoping for November 1st it will be, I will be going on a list for the CO2 laser procedure for the scar tissue from the hydrantis. Basically, they just gotta cut open my legs and burn out a bunch of tunnels in my thighs that have basically been a bacteria that's tunneled through, and then a scar tissue is encased around it. So they need to burn it out so I can get rid of those tunnels and the bacteria inside that's causing abscesses to form. So once that's removed, that flare-up should be completely gone. It might take a couple different procedures to get it all rid of. But the positive thing is most people don't experience another flare-up for a couple of years. And I'm exploring natural options and dietary ways to help control flare-ups anyway. So I'm hoping once we can get this gone, you know, it might be for good, or I might be able to prolong it. At least next time if the flare comes back, I know what it is. And I know how to control it, and I know how to manage it so it doesn't get out of control like it did back in, you know, July, August. So I'm really positive about that. I'm really positive about training. No matter what, I'm gonna do a national show next year. So even if I can't get the surgery in time, I've found ways to control it, and if I can do a 16-week prep and only really have to drop, you know, 20 pounds, and if I'm staying a lot leaner in the off season, I think I can do that with minimal cardio. Really, I've narrowed it down to the flare up from last prep was from the 45 minutes of walking every day and just the rubbing between my legs. As soon as we removed that, within 3 days, the flare up had gone way down and I was much more mobile than I was. So if I could stick to just kind of intervals on like ropes or something of that sort, then it'd be a much more effective prep and I wouldn't have to worry about the flare. But I'm really, really hoping I can get in time for the surgery. I got some great things planned for the end of this month, so I'm not gonna let it get in the way of that. I've got family trips and vacation planned. So right now I've kind of just refocused my life because I was back in the prep zone, and always thinking about was the show. I'm back to building my business. So those of you who don't know, I live in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm a personal trainer. I'm an independent contractor, so I rent a space out of a local gym here, and basically it's Maximum Fitness. So I rent a space and can train all my clients over there. And as far as people out of Scottsdale, Arizona, I also do online training. So I'm back to trying to build my business and bring in clientele again, which is going really well, and I'm positive for that. Fortunately, with the laser surgery, it's not like the traditional one. I should be able to walk within 2 or 3 days afterwards. So I shouldn't have to take off time for my clients. Whereas the traditional surgery, where they're cutting everything out with a knife, it's 4 to 24 month recovery. So this, I probably won't be able to train legs for 4 to 6 weeks, but after that, I should be golden and ready to go. And that is one thing that has suffered in my training is the leg days. Anything that splits and separates my leg irritates it. So I try not to do that. And a lot of leg workouts have been reduced just to machines, unfortunately. Luckily, over the last year, I spent a lot of focus on them. So I built them up to the point where I'm able to at least maintain where I'm at now. So focuses right now as far as training goes have been hamstrings, calves, bringing in the waist. Upper body's pretty much, in my opinion, tapped out. I mean, I can bring up some arm size and some side delt, but as far as weight for classic, I already have a really hard time getting under 205, so there's not much more muscle I can put on. So it's just fine tuning, tweaking a couple things here and there, and again, really trying to bring in the waist to produce more of a V taper and more of a classical aesthetic look. But that's a quick update for you guys. As far as future YouTube videos, I'm gonna go back to picking a topic every week to talk on. If you want me to talk about a certain subject, please just comment down below, or you can shoot me an email. If you're interested in training, same thing, you shoot me an email. I'll link it down in the description, as well as my Trainerize website, which you can contact me directly for online training. But any questions, always feel free to ask, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. See ya.